What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So I just uploaded one of the most solid videos, and I'm super pissed off right now because it got deleted accidentally, and I have to do it over. So here we go. And it's about the 135 division. But mostly what I'm addressing is people not holding, others accountable for what they say and do. And they're drawing these ridiculous conclusions with no facts, no proof to support their claims. And they're disputing facts. You can't dispute facts. Only thing you're doing is disagreeing with yourself because the facts are there. And y'all know me. I will take a video that you claim did never happen and show it. I will let you hear it and I will play it and shut you up because a lot of people are just saying things off fanboyism, off idol worship. You're not even talking facts. You're not even talking logic and reason, which is what I do. So when I'm hearing people saying things and it's like, okay, what are you saying? What proof do you have to support that claim? All you're doing is giving your opinions based on who you like more. Aries is nobody's fan, so I can say everything I'm saying with no emotional attachment to these fighters, okay? Regardless to who I want to win, I look at the truth, logic, and reason and what's fair, the right thing to do. Because I always understand the right thing to do is not always going to add up to the business side of things, which I've been talking about to you guys and detailing things. So I'm not in the dark about anything, all right? Let's begin this way. I have people saying to me, we got to start questioning Devin Haney and his father because they're trying to make it look like they want the fights, always running up on people. Okay, so wait. You're telling me it's believable and more respectable for a fighter to get on his little iPhone or his webcam or go on Twitter or Facebook or whatever and type a bunch of tough talk or say a bunch of tough talk in the comfort of his own home or whatever. That's believable. That's respectable. But a guy that gets in your face and say everything to you that he says when you're not around and bring it to you that I want the fight. I'm in your face. When are we going to do this? That's a bravado. So you guys are not about facts. Rumors and lies are always told. Suspicions are killed. Why and when? When you get up and address the situation and you do it face to face. For me, I'm cut from a different cloth. If I think you a bitch ass motherfucker, I'm going to tell you that to your face. And if you don't like it, we can fight before the fight. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not the gentleman type when it comes to honor and dignity and integrity. You want to act stupid. You want to, act like a tough guy and pull a WWE. Let's make it look like, no, I'm not into that. So if I don't like you, I'm definitely not going to call you every kind of bitch, punk ass motherfucker in the book, then get face to face with you and play nice with you and call you a good fighter and all this and this and this. I don't need to shoot you down as my opponent. What I'm saying is for me to not like you or for you to be a liar and you're saying things to project to the fans that to make it look like I'm lying or I'm misleading you guys. I'm not telling the truth. How am I going to, if I feel like you're doing that, how am I going to see you and then not bring this up to your face? How am I going to see you and not and show you? Fuck acting, show you. I don't like you as a person or a man. I don't like what you stand for. You a liar. You never sent me a term sheet. You never sent me a contract or you never. How am I going to tell you these things on my Twitter account? But now we face to face, I'm smiling and playing nice with you. And especially when I have no intentions on fighting you because you're not popular enough. So I'm negotiating elsewhere. I'm trying to avoid you. You understand what I'm saying? That makes no sense to me. You're a fraud. You're not what you're trying to project to the public. And I'm aware of it. I know you're a liar. But I'm going to keep the details to myself. How do you not question the guy saying, you're full of shit? You like to try to make the fans think one thing, but we know the truth. No, share it with the rest of the class. Because this person is calling you out and you're not denying nothing. All you sit here saying, I'm not scared of nobody. I'll fight anybody anytime, but you're not doing that. And your fans are, oh, yeah. What are you cheering for? All your fighter did was made a claim, but didn't back it up. So how the fuck are we questioning people for getting in your face? So somebody says to you, Aries is a bitch ass, punk ass motherfucker. I'ma fuck Aries up. You like this guy better than me, so you chant, yeah. He gonna fuck Aries up. And all of a sudden, Aries is face to face with this dude. So you gonna fuck me up, right? So you wanna do this now, you wanna do this in the ring. Look, man, we trying to, you know what I'm saying? We businessmen. Let's conduct ourselves as No. You wasn't a gentleman on your Twitter. You wasn't a gentleman when you was talking all this shit behind my back. So I'm here now. Fuck me up now. So what you gonna say? Oh, but Aries knew people was gonna break it up. Oh, Aries, no. Let me tell y'all something. Unless you got 20 people in the room, one dude ain't gonna hold me back. I can tell you that right now. I'm too fucking strong for that. So if I'm trying to get at you, I'm gonna get at you. It ain't gonna be no, yo, let's make it look like so we can sell the fight. Beef is beef. I'm not into this fucking sideshow circus entertainment bullshit. So if we got a problem, we got a problem. This is my point. These guys are calling Devin Haney unpopular. Oh, he's a shit fighter. But then when he gets in their faces, they change. Their whole energy change. They change their story. They change their tune. He's a good fighter. Yeah, he's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait. So now he's a good fighter. You respect him. But on Twitter, on your personal little accounts and all that, you got other shit to say. Here's the thing. More than likely, it's not even so much the fighters that he's ran up on and brought out to the light. When we gonna fight? You guys as fans are the ones sitting up here picking sides and or he's just trying to make it look like. So wait. How the fuck do you question somebody who's getting in everybody's face? Because he wants these fights. Duh. Yeah, he's getting in their faces. These guys are saying something completely different when they're face to face with him. Let's look at the Teofimo Lopez situation. When he ran up on him, it was him, his father, Tio, and his father. He's like, when we gonna fight? Devin Haney is literally getting at Tio's face. When the fuck we gonna fight? Y'all saying this and this and that. We want to fight. What is Tio saying? So on the contract. He's like, what contract? What fucking contract you talking about? Through all of that, Bill Haney puts his hand out. He says to Tio, okay, so here's the thing. You giving us your word. You just said you'll fight anybody. Anytime. I'm down. We could make this happen. Right? Don't try to make it like I'm scared of you. I'll fight anybody. Oh, he said, okay. So give me your word right now that Devin Haney and you, this is next. Oh, we can make the fight. I hear you. What I'm saying, right now, give us your word that fight is next. He shook Bill Haney's hand. That fight is next. This is all on camera. So that's facts. Did the fight happen? So check this out, right? Whatever happened to your word is your bond. Right? You're only as good as your word. What happened to that? And why didn't the fight happen? Was it Devin's fault? Okay, so hold up. That fight never happens. He's face to face with Ryan Garcia. Y'all remember the video? And he's standing there and they're like, yeah, he's talking about the sparring session. Ryan Garcia, we sparred before. And he's like, yeah, we put in some good work. But what I'm focused on is when we gonna fight. That's what I'm like, when we gonna fight. Oh, the fight gonna happen. It's got to happen. You know, this and this and this. It was asked, do you respect him as a fighter? Yeah, look, Ryan Garcia is one of the best in the division. He says the same thing about Devin Haney. Okay, let's fast forward. Ryan Garcia is now Devin Haney's mandatory. He decides he's not going to fight Devin Haney. It'll be an honor for him to have an exhibition with his idol, Manny Pacquiao. Okay, this dude beats Luke Campbell. He's treating that Luke Campbell win like he just beat Canelo or like he just beat, Lomachenko. He's not fighting Devin Haney anymore. He's fighting Pacquiao. That fight never happens. Facts. Everything I'm saying. Facts. What happens now? He announces he's fighting Teofimo Lopez. Does that fight happen? No. Facts. And Teofimo confirms it, that he's fighting Ryan Garcia next. That doesn't happen just for him to end up announcing he's fighting Javier Fortuna. Did that fight happen? Nope. Nope. Because he comes on after that and announces, I'm having mental health issues and, I'm not in a good space right now. I just think it's better for me to, walk away. Now, I would never make fun of somebody for having mental health issues. See, the thing is, I don't believe a word that comes out of Ryan Garcia's mouth. Because as soon as Devin Haney has a fucking fight, what does he do? Open up his mouth. I'd have fucked you up. I'd have did this. Blah, 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 blah. Tank Davis has a fight. I'd have fucked you up. I'd have did this. I'd have did that. You too small. I hit way harder than you. I'm this. I'm that. Okay, you doing all this talking, but you ain't making no effort to get back in the ring. If you have mental health issues, deal with that. Get yourself right. Then when you're ready to fight, then get back in the ring and back it up. Because we don't care how fast you can hit a punching bag, how fast you can hit a reflex bag, all this. We don't care about that. You can do all that good. Now, do it against an opponent. Okay? Simple. The biggest name on his resume is who? Luke Campbell. Was Luke Campbell the best fighter? He's never an elite fighter. Luke Campbell was a good fighter, decent fighter that he tried hard, he came to fight and fell short every time he had a big fight. Okay, simple. So who the fuck else that's elite that couldn't beat Luke Campbell? Okay. Ryan Garcia's a talented fighter. But is it motherfucking Devin Haney's fault that this guy turns down his mandatory? And the funny thing is, all of these guys say Devin Haney's a shit fighter. Always when they're not face to face, he's a shit fighter. Oh, he ain't got no power. I do this, I do that to him. Oh man, he you know what I'm saying? His style, he hit and run, all this bullshit. But nobody's willing to go knock this kid out, take his fucking title, get him out the picture. Since he's such an easy fight, go make that easy money and beat him. Go take his WBC title. You are mandatory and walk away from that shit. Okay, that's a fact. Facts. Face to face, all of a sudden he's a good fighter. You give him his props. But when you on your Twitter, when you on your fucking iPhone and all that, oh, he's a shit fighter. I'll fuck him up. He ain't all this. Okay, cool. How old was he when he called out Loma? He was 17. Okay. So check this out. He was 20. He was 20. He was 20. He was 20. Not 17. He was 20. But him being 17, what I'm saying, getting into the ring, fucking these dudes up, and they was always saying he ain't ready. He only 17. That's why I made the comparison before about him and Wilfredo Benitez. They praised Wilfredo Benitez for winning the championship at 17. You know what I'm saying? But this dude get in the ring, he's beating these guys that are way older than him, and all he's getting is flack because he don't knock everybody out. So that's an excuse to not fight him. Oh, he ain't got no power. Oh, he's not popular. Okay. Teofimo Lopez, when he went into that fight with Lomachenko, who was the heavy underdog? Lopez. I couldn't find nobody that thought that he was going to win. And I said, from what I see in both fighters, Teofimo, in my opinion, I think he's going to beat Lomachenko. I think he got everything it takes to beat Loma. I just got that feeling, man. I'm watching him. This dude can beat Lomachenko. I don't know, Aries. I'm telling you, Loma on a different level, yo. That motherfucker from a different planet. No, motherfucker, he's from a different country. He's from Earth. Just like you, me, and fucking Lopez. Shut the fuck up with all that dumb, he's from a different planet talk. At the end of the day, he went into that fight, 23 years old, underdog. And when they make the comparisons to Canelo and Loma, who you think pound for pound is better? Mostly everybody says Lomachenko. His skills, like Canelo is nice, don't get it wrong, but just pound for pound skill, Loma. So wait. How old was Canelo when he lost to Floyd? He was 23. Now he's 23. How old was Floyd when they fought? He was 36. How old is fucking Lomachenko? 33, 34? So why is it he lost to a 23-year-old kid that's not ready? Oh, it's an excuse when Canelo lost. Because he was a kid, he wasn't ready. Well, does Lopez have some extensive background? Huh? He was just all of a sudden so much more advanced than Canelo at 23? Had way less fights than Canelo though. But yet, he beats Lomachenko. So if he would have lost to Lomachenko, would it have been an excuse that he was only because he's only 23? But you guys was saying he's just not ready. He's not ready. So let's debunk that bullshit about age as well. Every fighter is not the same. Do you think that Lomachenko lost because of his shoulder? Huh? Is it because of his shoulder, or is it because that Lopez was just a better man? Lopez himself said every fighter fights hurt. We've heard that from many fighters, and us that fight and fought, we know that. Yeah, fighters always fight with some kind of injury. See, the thing is, when you win, you don't bring it up, right? So when you lose, don't bring it up. He called Lomachenko a fraud. So when Lomachenko was laying there in the hospital bed with the bandaged shoulder, he said, it's excuses. You know, he was supposed to beat me. I beat him. Now all of a sudden it's because of his shoulder. Just to turn around, to lose and do the same thing and take a picture with his respirator on to show everybody that, oh, something was really wrong, right? So the same way you said those same words to Lomachenko, you got to take that same advice for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the favoritism and the fanboy shit. You lost. Now, here's the deal, right? Lomachenko says, Devin Haney has my title. Kambosos has my titles. I want my 4 belts back. Okay? Is it Devin Haney's fucking fault that Lomachenko relinquished his fucking title for that bullshit franchise? Is that Devin Haney's fault? Devin Haney is the one who ducked and walked away? Huh? Is it his fault? So what are we checking about Devin Haney and Bill Haney as far as approaching people and calling people out? What's the approach about? We questioning them, but we're not questioning why Lomachenko let his title go. No, well, it must have been something like, Mauricio and them probably promised him something different. Yeah, I believe they explained to him what it was and what the advantages was for this bullshit favoritism belt, right? Which I brought up before. So we don't question why Loma relinquished his title instead of just fighting Devin Haney. But we got to question Devin Haney for calling out Lomachenko, for calling out different fighters. Lomachenko was no cash cow. Kambosos is no cash fucking cow. So even right now with this bullshit that they're talking about, oh, if you didn't see the video with Bob Arum talking about it's a bigger fight if Lomachenko and what's his name, Kambosos fights in Australia, because nobody really knows Devin Haney in Australia. Whether they know him in Australia or not ain't even the fucking point. There was a time when nobody knew who the fuck Lomachenko was. There's a time when who the fuck knew Kambosos before he fought on Teofimo Lopez. So are you saying that Kambosos has a better resume than Tank Davis, than Devin Haney? Does he? So at the end of the day, he was the heavy underdog. Nobody thought he was going to beat Lopez. He beat Lopez. Okay. If they was to fight right now over in Australia, do you think that these people in Australia is coming in for Lomachenko? We know they wouldn't be coming for Lomachenko and they wouldn't be coming for Devin Haney. So basically, that was a stupid comment as far as I'm concerned. But see, y'all, the sheep out there can be misled by what anybody say because it sounds good to them because it's in favor of the fighter they want to see win. Okay, so who the fuck knows George Kambosos over here in America? Other than diehard fight fans. Who the fuck knows George Kambosos? In fact, in the words of Ryan Garcia, of Rolly Romero, in the words of Teofimo Lopez, they think Kambosos is going to lose his titles in his very first defense. So because he's from Australia and he's the champ, right? He probably wanted to defend his title home all the time. So what fighter is going to go over there and the Australians is going to be 50-50? They 50-50 for Kambosos versus his, and 50-50 for his opponent. No, it's not how that worked. That was stupid to even say. So basically the right thing to do is overshadowed by what? Popularity. Rolly Romero himself said, it ain't about belts no more. Belts don't mean nothing. It's how much popularity you can have, how many subscribers you have on social media. And is it ironic that motherfucker was making video after video after video after video after video? So he was talking about himself. But then he gave that speech, remember? You know, cause with what I was going through with my, you know, it's you know, it's fucked up, man, because this person was a long time friend, you know what I'm saying? And then what happened with my sister, my mom, and this and this, and right? He said all of that shit just to make a fucking video calling Tank Davis a bitch. He's a fucking punk. I'll fuck him up, blah, blah, blah. He owes me a title shot. Motherfucker, you walked away from your title shot. Let's not make it look like Tank Davis ducked you. And so we're going to question the person that shows up for work, but not the motherfucker who walked away from work. You walked away from your title shot due to your court situation. So now it's Tank Davis' fault because you walked away? It's Devin Haney's fault because Ryan Garcia tucked his tail and ran the fuck away? And just like Ryan Garcia, as soon as Tank Davis fought Isaac Cruz, I'd have fucked you up. I would have did this. I thought you had something else to deal with. We don't want to hear from you. Shut up until you're ready to get in the ring and actually fight. So yeah, it's Tank Davis' fault. It's Ryan, it's Devin Haney's fault. Because Lomachenko relinquished his crown. That's Devin Haney's fault. He's just clout chasing. Oh, it's Devin Haney's fault because Ryan Garcia decided he didn't want to fight for his mandatory spot for the WBC championship. No, that's Devin's fault that he did that. It's Devin's fault that he wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao in exhibition. That's Devin's fault. He's suspicious for all of this. Just to deny that, to say he's fighting Teo, for that to not happen, to say he's fighting Javier, for that to not happen, for him to go MIA with you know, something's wrong with him. Oh, they definitely right. Something's definitely wrong with these guys. They definitely got they got mental issues. They're definitely right. Something's wrong with them. In all honesty, these guys that you're such fans of, you try to make excuses for them. That shit has no place in boxing or life in general. All this fanboy idol worship bullshit. You guys who say these things sound extremely stupid because you make claims that you can't, you make these claims, but you have nothing to support these claims. Every fucking thing I just sat here and told you is facts of the way this shit happened and who did what. So you're going to question a guy for hunting you down, getting in your face, and now you won't say to them the same shit to their face that you say on your social media. Not only that, the fucking fans just make up stupid shit. Let's just be real. But not only that, if these motherfucking guys, like I said, let me bring it back. If these guys, okay, if Kambosos feels right now that Devin Haney is a shit fighter, he ain't on his level, why the fuck wouldn't he say that? Why would he tell him to his face? If Kambosos feels like Devin Haney's full of shit, he's a liar, and he gives false narratives, why would he sit there and not say that, but yet embrace and give him hugs? And make it seem like, yeah, it's a mutual respect. Like I stated in another video. The video clip I played of Kambosos and Devin Haney, they were face to face. This wasn't a separate clip from Kambosos, a separate clip for Devin Haney. They were face to face. And basically, what did he say? If it makes sense, we will make the fight. He's telling you guys, wherever I can get the most money. You understand what I'm saying? That's the route I'm going. And I will tell you, you will be a stupid person to turn down. Like, example. You guys don't realize. Look, even check this. Let me jump out of 135, for example, to make another example for something. Let's go to Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. I'll pull for Errol Spence to win against whoever he fights. But at the same time, we see the video where Terrence Crawford is clearly telling him, yo, I want this, right? Let's make when we're going to fight. And he tells this man, like I said earlier, right? Like I said before, he tells him to go get a belt first. He goes and gets the belt. For Terrence Crawford to tell him, for Errol Spence to tell him that, and then he comes back with the belt. confronts him again. And this guy says, why not take the easy route and fight Sean Porter? How in the fuck do you guys not hold Errol Spence accountable for that and say, hold up, Errol, what you mean? Listen to his choice of words. Why not take the easy route and fight Sean Porter? So you're admitting you know Terrence Crawford is not an easy fight. But you thought Sean Porter was, and it turns out that it wasn't. But at the same time, the point is, you said, why not take the easy route? Right? Like I said earlier, he could have just said from the very beginning, I'm going to beat Sean Porter, then I'm coming for you. Right? He didn't do that. Yet you guys are saying Terrence Crawford is pretending he wants the fight. How is he pretending he wants the fucking fight, right? How? Because you're an Errol Spence fan? So you're just choosing sides. That's what fans and fanboys do. The difference with fanboys is they do shit without logic. A lot of fans are going to do this. Well, pretty much this. I separate fans that's like, okay, that can say, I'm a fan of this person. I ain't a fan of nobody's, but they can say, I'm a fan of this guy's, but I'm going to be honest, not biased. I can respect that at least. I'm just not a fan of nobody's and never will be. I appreciate things, I respect things, but that's about it. As far as you guys who are saying these things about these fighters, but then you're turning around saying, oh, but how do we know that this person didn't do this or do that? How do we know that this didn't happen? What kind of elementary shit are you guys on? You sit and play this optimistic shit. What if this, what if that? But when you got proof in front of your face, you still draw your own dumbass conclusions. So my whole thing is, it's best to shut the fuck up when you don't know what you're talking about. Especially when somebody can bring, example, I can sit here and say, this is a phone case, okay? And it slides open to protect my camera and whatever. And you can sit here and say, nah, man, that's not a phone case. That's a coaster. Yeah, that's a cup coaster. Well, if that's what you want to believe, fine with me. But I know what it is. So I'm not going to entertain stupid shit. But when you guys are sitting here talking about this guy, we have to start questioning because he jumping all in everybody's face, always running up on people. That looks suspect to me. That looks suspect? So you guys are into this drama shit. See, this generation is so fucking soft, man, that people that's older than these, that's like, really, you're from a different generation, really, as far as your youth is concerned, you still come into this motherfucking generation adapting to this bullshit mentality of playing favorites instead of looking at what the right thing to do is. So like I even said before, man, it's the type of shit where if you work at a job that goes by seniority and they say, well, based on seniority, we have another position open and you're the one that we're going to, right? If you turn it down, fine. But by law, if that position comes up again, they're still supposed to post it. And if they post it and you post for it. Now, if you don't sign up for it, that's one thing. But if they appoint somebody, they're supposed to come back to you again because it's about seniority. So how would you feel if you wanted the position and then somebody leapfrogged over you because they like that person better? Or everybody in the building knows that person. They don't really know you because you kind of stay away from it. Well, what the fuck does that have to do with the right thing to do? The same way they talking about George Kambosos and Lomachenko's a bigger fight in Australia. Okay, well, do you not realize that they fought in Madison Square Garden in that little small ballroom that they weren't even in the main arena? So who in the fuck is talking about Kambosos over here in America? And you know how hypocritical this shit is? Because they always say, you got to make it in America to become a big star in boxing. Oh, now all of a sudden, you have to go to Australia? Oh, nobody knows Devin Haney over there? Guess what? They'll get to know him. You guys make no sense when you're sitting here putting the blame on the guy that's making the effort to get in these guys' faces. So there's no he said, she said. We see who does what when it comes to face. And that right there, you guys don't look at. Remember Gary Russell? I can understand people saying, question Gary Russell. You know why? Because Gary Russell verbally attacked all these guys that's in higher weight classes than him. Then he said he was going to go up and fight Terrence Crawford at 147. Did that happen? No. Then he said he was going to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney said, okay, I'm ready. So make sure, he said, and we agreed to, and look, the money you asked for is there. So let's make it happen. Did it happen? No. And remember, he kept crying about the damn term sheet, or whoever was speaking for him. So when Bill Haney takes the term sheet, this is the term sheet that I got and you got, right? Am I not right? But if you look at the term, no. Is this or not? Is this not the term sheet? But if you look at the term, that's all he kept saying. So Bill Haney said, okay, how about this? You and your team draw up a term sheet, and we will come to an agreement, to a deal, and we will make this happen. That's what I'm proposing to you. Since you keep talking about the term sheet, did they do it? No. So if anybody is trying to draw attention to themselves, to try to raise their profile, was Gary Russell. Because he didn't do shit after that. And he has a fight coming up again. He's in the same situation. Fighting a good fighter, a good strong fighter that nobody fucking knows. Because he is not popular. So it's not about the best fighting the best. It's about popularity. How you're going to maximize your dollars. You don't think that these promoters sit down with these fighters and say, hey, look, you stand and make $25 million fighting over here against this guy. Now, do you really want to fight for $7 million instead of 25? And I'm telling you right now, you a dumb motherfucker if you turn on that 25 for that $7 million. My whole thing is fulfill your obligations. Just make sure that these fights happen. Because let's just be real. Everybody you fight, you're not going to get top dollar fighting the lesser fighters. You understand? Unless you are in a position like a Canelo. Because Canelo going to get his $32 million regardless to who he fight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get that. So unless you're in that position, you're not going to keep getting, you're not going to get top dollar fighting a guy that nobody knows. Unless you are in that position like a Canelo or Anthony Joshua. You're not going to get that. So you get this big money right here, but you won't turn it down because you're worried about the fans calling you a ducker or a cherry picker or whatever. Stop playing games, man. Listen, if you guys really give a fuck about boxing, you understand what's going on in boxing, you stop this fanboy shit and understand. The right thing to do is what you stand for. But understand the business side of it. These fighters are not going to fight to our request. Let's stop thinking that dumb shit. But I don't understand how the fuck you guys are shooting down a fighter who's hunting these guys down to confront them on camera so everybody can see what the truth is. You question that. But you cheer motherfucker for talking shit in the comfort of his own fucking home on his little iPhone, popping shit, but then face to face, it's a whole